On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Mecca.
A city and administrative center of the Mecca province of Saudi Arabia and the holiest city in Islam.
Examples:
Tourist Mecca, Mecca for surfers. The building has become a Mecca for fans of the movie.
Shrine.
A place considered holy because of its association with a deity or a sacred person or relic, or because it is a place of pilgrimage or worship.
Examples:
Shrine temple, religious shrine. The holy shrine to the local saint was a popular place for pilgrims to visit.
Mosque.
A Muslim place of worship that usually has a minaret equals slender tower with balconies.
Examples:
Domed mosque, the sacred mosque. Jumeirah Mosque is one of the most beautiful buildings in the United Arab Emirates.
Mundane.
Very ordinary and therefore lacking interest or excitement.
Examples:
Mundane affairs, mundane objects. After returning from the war, he had a pretty mundane life.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs, secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Mingle.
To mix or blend in, especially socially, to associate with others in a friendly, informal manner.
Examples:
Mingle with colleagues, mingle with the locals. I decided to mingle with the crowd and converse with some new people.
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples:
Easy quitter, serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Ironic.
A situation or event that is opposite of what is expected, the use of words to mean the opposite of their literal or original meaning.
Examples:
Ironic twist, ironic consequence. It's ironic that the rain started just as they finished building the new picnic shelter.
Relic.
An object from a previous era, especially one of historical value.
Examples:
Historical relic, holy relics. This bronze sword is a relic of ancient times.
Seclusion.
The state of being secluded or isolated from others, privacy or solitude, the act of keeping away from others or being kept away from them.
Examples:
Solitary seclusion, Self-imposed seclusion. The writer sought seclusion in a remote cabin to focus on completing his novel.
Preexist.
To exist or occur before something else, especially referring to a time period or event, to predate or come before.
Examples:
Preexist the modern city. Preexist the current political tensions. The idea for the novel preexisted as fragments of a dream in the author's mind.
Byzantine.
Characterized by a complex and often convoluted administrative system or set of rules, intricate and hard to understand.
Examples:
Byzantine rites. Byzantine art. The Byzantine Empire was known for its complex political system and culture.
Pious.
Deeply religious, having or showing a strong devotion to God or religious beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Pious belief. Pious follower. The pious woman spent her days volunteering at the local church.
Cling.
To hold on to something tightly, to be closely attached to someone or something.
Examples:
Cling on to power. Cling tightly to the skin. He clings to the hope that he will find a job soon.
Ordain.
To officially declare or establish something with authority or divine power. To confer holy orders upon someone for religious service.
Examples:
Ordain a deacon. Ordain a minister. The bishop will ordain new priests next week during the religious ceremony.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Circumcise.
To remove the foreskin of a male's penis, often as a religious or cultural ritual.
Examples:
Circumcise a newborn. Circumcise a child. It is common in some cultures to circumcise infant boys as a rite of passage.
Deprive.
To take away something from someone.
Examples:
Deprive others of profit. Deprive him of his status. He was deprived of his freedom when sentenced to life in prison.
Predate.
To have existed or happened earlier than something.
Examples:
Predate AD 200. Predate the modern age. The idea of virtual worlds predates computers.
Muslim.
A follower of the religion of Islam.
Examples:
Predominantly Muslim country. Muslim culture. The Muslim community in the city is small but growing.
Animism.
The belief that objects, places, and creatures possess a spiritual essence or soul, a belief system that emphasizes the interconnectedness of all living things and the natural world.
Examples:
Traditional animism. Animism practices. The belief that objects have spirits is a central tenet of animism.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Jewish.
Of or related to people whose traditional religion is Judaism.
Examples:
Jewish history. Jewish culture. My friend is a Jewish woman who celebrates Hanukkah every year.
Authoritarian.
Characterized by strict, absolute control and obedience to authority or rules, dictatorial and lacking in personal freedoms or individual rights.
Examples:
Authoritarian practice. Authoritarian government. The authoritarian leadership style left no room for dissent or alternative opinions.
Hijab.
A headscarf traditionally worn by Muslim women to cover their hair and neck.
Examples:
Woman's hijab. Hijab garment. Many Muslim women wear a hijab as a symbol of their religious beliefs.
Veil.
A piece of fine cloth worn by women to cover or conceal the face, verb, to cover, conceal, or obscure.
Examples:
Veil of mystery. Veil her face. He lifted her veil with both hands.
Uncover.
To remove the cover from something, to discover something previously unseen or hidden.
Examples:
Uncover a potential problem. Uncover the truth. He continued his investigation and soon uncovered another crime.
Tyrannical.
Using power or authority over people, especially in a specific country, group, etc., in an unfair and cruel way.
Examples:
A tyrannical government. A tyrannical parent. Tyrannical Hollywood film moguls can easily rule the movie star's career.
Subtitle.
A secondary title or alternate title that is displayed below the primary title, often used to provide additional information or translation for a movie or video. A text that appears at the bottom of a movie, TV show, or video to provide a written translation or transcription of the spoken dialogue in another language.
Examples:
Chart subtitle. Foreign language subtitle. Make sure to turn on subtitles so you can understand the foreign film.
Monotheistic.
Believing that there is only one God,
Examples:
monotheistic faith, a member of a monotheistic sect. Monotheistic religions have historically developed in denial of polytheistic religions.
Communitarianism.
A social and political philosophy that emphasizes the importance of community, cooperation, and shared values over individual interests.
Examples:
civic communitarianism, political communitarianism. The town's governance model is rooted in communitarianism principles, focusing on collective welfare over individual interests.
Mentality.
The characteristic way of thinking or mindset of an individual or group, the mental attitude or outlook that influences behavior, choices, and opinions.
Examples:
criminal mentality, self-improvement mentality. Her positive mentality helped her overcome challenges and achieve her goals.
Condone.
To overlook, forgive, or show approval for an action or behavior that is wrong or disapproved of.
Examples:
condone the behavior, condone the action. The parents refused to condone their daughter's behavior, which they considered unacceptable.
Apostasy.
The act of abandoning or renouncing a religious or political belief, principle, or cause that one previously professed or supported.
Examples:
religious apostasy, political apostasy. The scholar's book explores the historical consequences of apostasy in various religions.
Milieu.
The social, cultural, or environmental setting in which a person lives or operates, surroundings or context.
Examples:
new urban milieu, political milieu. The city's diverse cultural milieu contributes to its unique charm.
Revisionism.
The reinterpretation or revision of an ideology, historical account, or doctrine, often to challenge or undermine established beliefs or ideas.
Examples:
revisionism theory, historical revisionism. Some historians accuse revisionism of altering the accepted historical record to fit a particular agenda.
Reformist.
Advocating or supporting a change or improvement in a particular system or practice, particularly in politics or social systems.
Examples:
reformist agenda, reformist policies. The university introduced a new reformist curriculum to attract more students.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
enrich my intellect, human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects. Statesman. A man who is a respected leader or politician in national or international affairs.
Examples:
A woman statesman. International statesman. This statue honors a distinguished statesman.
Ottoman.
A historical empire founded at the end of the 13th century in northwestern Anatolia by the Turkoman tribal leader Osman I, used as ottoman, a type of upholstered seat or bench without a back or arms, typically used as a stool or footstool, or in some cases as a coffee table.
Examples:
Ottoman Empire. Ottoman furniture. The Ottoman Sultan was considered the supreme ruler and held great authority.
Accepting.
Willing to receive or to take something offered.
Examples:
Accepting attitude. Accepting of diversity. He was an accepting person who believed in diversity and inclusiveness.
Monarchy.
A form of government in which a country is ruled by a king or a queen who typically inherits the authority.
Examples:
Monarchy system. Abolish monarchy. The monarchy government had been in power for centuries.
Arabic.
The Semitic language of the Arab people, widely spoken throughout the Middle East and North Africa, of or relating to Arab peoples, culture, or language.
Examples:
Arabic cuisine. Arabic language. I'm studying Arabic calligraphy as part of my art class.
Theologian.
An expert or student who studies theology.
Examples:
Swedish theologian. Great theologians. Death gets more than its share of attention from theologians.
Strident.
Loud, harsh, and grating to the ears, presenting a forceful or insistent tone or manner.
Examples:
Strident call for action. Strident criticism. Her strident voice made it difficult for anyone to ignore her.
Utopian.
Ideal and perfect, relating to or resembling a utopia, equals an ideal and perfect society.
Examples:
Utopian society. Utopian goal. He had a utopian vision of a world without war.
Extremist.
A person who holds extreme political or religious views and who is willing to use violent or illegal methods to promote those views.
Examples:
Extremist political views. Radical extremist. The extremist group planned a series of violent attacks to push its agenda.
Colonize.
To establish a colony in or on a specific place, to settle or occupy in large numbers.
Examples:
Colonize planets. Colonize for cultivation. European powers colonized much of the Americas in the 16th and 17th centuries.
Emulate.
To imitate someone else's achievements, to try to do something as well as somebody else.
Examples:
Emulate a successful business model. Emulate his watercolors. They intend to emulate the footsteps of successful software companies.
Reactionary.
Relating to or advocating a return to a previous state of affairs or method of doing things, typically one that is seen as outdated or regressive.
Examples:
Reactionary forces. Reactionary attitudes. The school's administration has a reactionary stance on student protests and free speech.
Socialism.
A political and economic theory or system that advocates for the collective ownership and control of the means of production and distribution of goods, aiming for a more equitable and just society, a system that aims to reduce economic inequalities and prioritize the welfare of the community as a whole.
Examples:
Non-Marxist socialism. The rise of socialism. The professor held a seminar on the principles of democratic socialism and its impact on modern European countries.
Nationalist.
Relating to or supporting a political ideology that emphasizes a strong sense of national identity and devotion to one's own country.
Examples:
Nationalist sentiment. Nationalist revolt. The nationalist rally attracted thousands of supporters.
Dictator.
A political leader who has complete power over a country, especially one who has obtained control by force.
Examples:
Military dictator. A dictator with enormous powers. A popular uprising led to the overthrow of the dictator.
Secondly.
Used to introduce the second point or item in a list or series of statements, considerations, etc.
Examples:
Secondly connected. Secondly, it is important. Firstly, we will discuss the budget. Secondly, we will go over the schedule.
Autocratic.
Having absolute power and forcing people to obey completely without asking.
Examples:
In an autocratic manner. Autocratic regimes. That emperor amended the law to allow him to continue his autocratic rule even after he abdicated.
Rebirth.
The process of being reborn or starting anew, especially after a period of decline or stagnation.
Examples:
Undergo a rebirth. Rebirth of democracy. The phoenix is a symbol of rebirth, rising from the ashes to be reborn anew.
Blur.
A faint or indistinct image or sound, something that is not clear or distinct. Verb, to become unclear, to lose clear vision.
Examples:
Blur image. Motion blur. The camera's focus was off, and the image was a blur of colors and shapes.
Sentimental.
Connected with or resulting from someone's emotions, rather than reason or realism.
Examples:
in a sentimental mood. Sentimental damage. Stop being sentimental and always speak the truth.
Revolt.
To take violent action against authority, especially government or ruler.
Examples:
revolt against existing ways of thinking. Revolt against the dictator. The people tried to revolt to oust the tyrant.
Bogey.
A spectral or mythological being, often portrayed as a malevolent or mischievous spirit, an undesirable or unpleasant object or entity, often used in a children's game where the object is to avoid it. Of golf, a score of 1 over par for a given hole.
Examples:
bogeyman. Double bogey. Her main academic bogey was mathematics, and she had difficulty understanding abstract concepts.
Disbeliever.
A person who does not believe in something, such as a religion or idea.
Examples:
persuade a disbeliever. Stubborn disbeliever. Despite the evidence, she remained a disbeliever in the theory of evolution.
Setback.
An unfortunate happening that hinders or impedes a reversal or check in progress.
Examples:
major setback. Suffer a setback. The team experienced a setback when their star player was injured during the game.
Takeaway.
A message or conclusion that can be taken away from a situation or piece of information.
Examples:
takeaway pizza. Takeaway message. The main takeaway from the meeting was the need for better communication.
Skeptic.
A person who doubts or questions the truth of specific claims, beliefs, or doctrines, especially those in religion or the supernatural.
Examples:
an ingrained skeptic. Climate skeptic. He was a skeptic who doubted the existence of supernatural phenomena.
Liberalism.
A political ideology or philosophy that emphasizes individual freedom, democracy, and equality.
Examples:
classical liberalism. Economic liberalism. His political views are rooted in neoliberalism.